Hey guys, it's Jen. I just wanted to review some products that I've recently got. Too Faced has launched 3 new palettes. They've got the Rocknroll palette. Now I'm wearing a look using the Rocknroll palette today. I do quite like these shadows. I'm really glad they changed their packaging to these metal containers instead of the cardboard containers. So with each palette that you get, it comes of course with the card that gives you 3 different looks. On the inside, nice little mirror and lots of different shadows to choose from. I did find the texture of some of these shadows, and this is with all of the palettes, to be a little bit gritty. I have Rap, Skay, Rockabilly, and New Romantic on today. Lots of fallout from these shadows, especially this gold color that I have on here. Really a pretty gold. Most of these colors in this palette are really full of glitter, so if you're not really into wearing glitter, I would probably stick with maybe the Cat Eyes palette or the Country palette. But I'll go ahead and swatch these colors so that you can see them. But a lot of them, they're pretty pigmented, but most of them are pretty packed with glitter. Now I love glitter, but unfortunately when you get to a certain age you kind of have to lay off the glitter because it just attracts attention to your wrinkles. But I'll still wear it occasionally. But they're really pretty, but like I said, there is quite a bit of glitter in a lot of these. Now this Skay color is probably my favorite color. That's what I have in the crease. So that is a really nice color. But I'll go ahead and swatch these for you guys so that you can see them. I don't think they're out in Sephora or Ulta yet. I ordered them straight from the Too Faced website. So if you want them, you'll have to check there for them. Alright. So we're going to start off with Rockabilly. And New Wave. New Romantic barely shows up, but it is a nice blending color. And then we have Pop, or I mean Rap, and you can see the chunks of glitter in it, so that's what I mean by fallout. And you have Pop, that's also got pretty big chunks of like a purple glitter. Glam Rock, it's kind of a gray with little silver flecks of glitter. And then you have Skay, which reminds me of Satin Taupe from MAC. Now I do like that color. That was really creamy and nice to blend. And then you have Heavy Metal, which has like blue, black, purplish flecks of glitter through it. That one was kind of gritty and hard to blend. And then Punk is this really nice creamy green with flecks of silver glitter. Now I do like that one. That one was pretty easy to blend. But some of these were a little chunky. And I do have the Rap color on today. And I do like that, but it is quite chunky, and there was a lot of fallout. Alright, probably one of my favorite palettes out of the 3 is the Country palette. I did a look with this a couple days ago on my Instagram, so if you follow me there, you can see that look. These are really pretty colors, and I think these are more wearable for every day, or if you're into more neutral tones like I do most of the time. And again, same packaging, metal container, comes with the card with 3 different looks. These are more of a shimmer than glittery, so definitely the Rocknroll's got more glitter colors. This does have, these 2 are pretty glittery. Bluebird and Rhinestone have a good amount of glitter. My favorite color in this one is Paper Roses, and it's just beautiful peachy pink color. I mean, that's just my favorite color. I love that color. Lots of nice highlighter colors. From Famous in a Small Town would be a great highlighter color for inner corner of your eyes, or even to take it and sweep it along your cheekbone. Dolly is a nice dark brown. That one is a little bit gritty, so to me it was a little bit difficult to blend, but I'll go ahead and put up a picture and swatch all of these for you guys too. Alright, so next we're going to do the Country palette. Cowboy Take Me Away, Famous in a Small Town, Paper Roses, Nashville, Rhinestone, probably my favorite. Bluebird, extremely chunky. I don't know, I'm disappointed in that one. And Y'all is a really pretty color, but I mean, you can even see in the pan, it's so chunky. I don't know what happened, why it's like that, but I wish it was a little bit more smooth. But let me go ahead and swatch them for you. The first color is Cowboy Take Me Away. Then we've got Famous in a Small Town. That is a really pretty color. And then All American Girl, really chunky, lots of fallout. Didn't care for that one. And then another one that's got big chunks of glitter in it and kind of a lot of fallout is Y'all. One of my favorite colors in the palette is Paper Roses. And then we've got Nashville. Those are all gorgeous. Dolly is a nice color, blends pretty well. And then Rhinestone, I do like that color, very pretty lilac, kind of a smoky lavender color. And then Bluebird, I wanted to like it, but it was pretty chunky and seemed to fall out all over the place. Okay, and the next palette that I have is the Cat Eyes, and that's from Too Faced. Same packaging as the other three, same card, and the packaging, even if the color sucked, I probably would have still bought it just because of the leopard print. I'm a sucker for it every time. Add glitter or animal print and I'll buy it. Nice colors in this one. This one I did notice some of the colors I probably won't ever use. Pussycat is probably one of my favorite colors in the palette. It's like a really iridescent lavender color. It was a really pretty color. And Tiger's Eye is a beautiful, beautiful gold color. Kind of reminds me of Satin Taupe from MAC, which is one of my all-time favorites. Jungle Love is a really pretty navy color, but it's not as smooth and creamy as the other one, so I found that one a little chunky and a little hard to blend because it does have glitter in it. And Kitty Glitter is probably my least favorite. I don't understand the point. I mean, even as I'm putting my finger in there, it's kind of dry and it's flaking off really easily. It's almost like a silvery... Is there blue in there? I don't know. More like a silver, but it is really chunky. I mean, as I'm doing this, you guys probably can't see on camera, but it's like flaking out of the pan. So I would think these would get a lot of fallout. Like most of these palettes, there's probably 3 or 4 shades that I love, and the rest are just kind of flaky. I feel like you're going to get a lot of fallout, and some of the colors that I have tried do have quite a bit of fallout. Now they're advertising this one as wet to dry, meaning you can use the shadows wet to dry for your liner, and they're mainly saying that you can use these 3 colors. If you wet your brush, you could use them as an eyeliner. Well, I used eyeshadows as eyeliner all the time and wet my brush, so I don't think it really matters the formula. I mean, I'll use any eyeshadow with a wet brush if I want to use it as a liner. But I don't know if it was their marketing technique to say, oh, you can use these wet or dry for liners. But you can pretty much use any eyeshadow, wet or dry. If you use a wet brush with an eyeshadow, it just kind of darkens and intensifies the color. But this is a pretty nice palette. I really like the Pussycat and the Tiger's Eye color together. You kind of get that nice purple, smoky gold look. It's really, really nice. So I definitely recommend these palettes. Like I said, not every color in all of them is a hit, but the packaging's just so pretty. But it's definitely something worth checking out. If you're more of a neutral kind of girl, I would probably say the Country palette is your go-to. If you're young and you're not old and wrinkled like me, this one is a fun palette to check out. And the Cat Eye palette also has a lot of good neutral colors that I think most people can wear. Alright, so the first color is Purr, the second is Meow, and then we've got Kitten, Tiger's Eye, Pussycat, and that one is Kitty Glitter. That's the one that I don't understand. It's just kind of, I don't know, worthless to me. And the next color is Leopard, Jungle Cat, and Panther. And I definitely don't think that's the blackest that you can get in a black eyeshadow, so I wasn't thrilled with that one. Nor was I thrilled with the Jungle Cat one. Now underneath I did add water so that you could see what it would look like if you lined it. So it's definitely more intense whenever you wet your brush and use it as a liner. So I'll probably end up using those colors, especially the Jungle Cat and the Panther, more for liners than I will anything else. And I did swatch all of these colors with a primer first. I put down Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. So these are all down with a primer. Alright, next product is the Buxom Show Me Some Skin Weightless Foundation. Now I've been looking for a nice light foundation for the summertime. I do live in the south and it gets really humid, and normally I like to wear my Kat Von D or my Estee Lauder. But sometimes I just like to let my skin breathe, especially on the weekends. I like to wear something lighter. I really, really like this foundation. The color that I have on today is called Dim the Light. And you can see my skin is showing through it. I mean, it doesn't cover up my freckles and my, dark spots, but it just gives me a nice luminous glow, and it doesn't feel heavy and it doesn't feel caked on. So I've been wearing things like this a lot more, just because I like for my skin to breathe, because I do so many makeup looks. So this is a nice everyday foundation, and it's light to medium coverage, so you're not going to get the coverage that you would get with Estee Lauder Double Wear or the Kat Von D foundation. but just more of an evening of the skin tone. And it does have SPF 30 in it, which is nice. I mean, you can see my face is a lot more dewy. It's not so matte like it would be if I were using another foundation. But I will purchase this again. I definitely like it. Now, I will say after probably about 6 to 8 hours, it can tend to get a little bit oily if you're oily skin toned. But I kind of like that in the summertime. I think it gives a nice lifelike appearance to the skin. I think it's nice to have a little bit of shimmer and a little bit of shine showing through. Now, if you're worried about that, you could always powder, bring your blotting papers with you and try that. But I definitely recommend this. And it doesn't say that it's a CC or a BB cream, but I kind of feel like it's along those lines, but with a little bit better coverage than a CC or a BB cream. So I'll definitely purchase this again because I'm really liking the way it feels on my skin too. Alright, and my next product, I think these have been out for a while. They're the Jamberry nail appliques. Now I think Sally Hansen was probably one of the first companies to come out with these nail appliques. I know I've tried the Sally Hansens in the past. I haven't actually tried these yet, but I just thought they were, there's a lot of glare in that. Of course, leopard print, and then the pink polka dot. These are supposed to last a lot longer than the Sally Hansen ones, and they have a ton of designs. So if you haven't checked them out, go to their website. They pretty much have a design for everybody, and they have like little kids ones, which are really cute. And you can put them on your toenail and your fingernails because they make them big enough for your toes. I haven't tried these yet, but I'm going to give them a try and I'll review these later. You basically just cut them off and clean off your nail, set them on your nail, and then press them down and file the free edge down. So like I said, I think Sally Hansen came out with something like this probably quite a few years ago, but Jamberry is pretty popular now, so I'll let you know how I like these. And my next product has absolutely nothing to do with makeup. Well, it kind of does. I don't know if you guys have seen these Windex touch-up cleaners. I don't know if you guys are married or have boyfriends, but mine's constantly bitching about how messy the bathroom is after I do makeup, and there's makeup all over the counter and blah blah blah. So this is a pretty little bottle that I just like to set on my vanity when I get ready in the morning, and I just keep like a roll of paper towels underneath the counter. And I've kind of gotten into the habit after I do my makeup every morning. Well, I try my best to put everything away, but that doesn't always happen. But you just kind of pump the top of this and you get a little bit of product, and you can kind of wipe up any hairspray, makeup residue that you have on your countertop. So I find if you kind of clean up after yourself every day, when you go to do that once a week cleaning, you don't have so much to clean off. Even though it does look like a tornado went through my bathroom in the morning. Just ask my husband, he'll tell you. But I think it comes in different scents. This one's Live Loud. It just kind of has a floral scent. And I think the bottle's nice enough to sit on your counter. I know that comes in different colors, but I like the little pump and just kind of wipe off your area and kind of keep everything clean, so that way when you do have to finally clean up your mess, it's not so much work. So that's worth checking out. Thanks for watching, and I apologize to your bank accounts in advance.